Were you on the plane when he passed?
No, no. I was here actually with my family, and I I got the news, and sadly, I saw it like everybody else was seeing it. Everybody, my phone was blowing up, about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was here. I'd been on those plane rides several times, and we'd been all over the place, but no, I was not there for that one, and when I remember waking up, and this was probably maybe the third or fourth time that I'd heard that he was dead. So, and the rest being rumors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this wasn't the first time that he had, an overdose in a sense. And he had, for the last like 3 months, there was several times that he actually was having seizures and stuff from all the drugs he was taking. And so, and everybody was speaking up. Allie at the time was on him about it. Bibby at the time was pushing him to go to rehab. Chris Long was saying stuff to him all the time. Max Lord was saying stuff all the time. Like, you got to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing too much, and trying to stop him, but there just wasn't no stopping it.
There was a video that I saw. I think it was Max Lord. It could have been someone else, but he was saying like, the Percocets, man, like you gotta like tone it down.
You got to, yeah.
It just felt like just my observation. Obviously, I didn't know him, but from a third party, it was like, it's almost like he knew. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like he knew that what he was doing was wrong, but he just had this like insane addiction. And I assume that also. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a big reason for his ability to create was probably influenced by all the drugs that he was doing. I assume he was on things when he was in the studio.
Sure, yeah, he was, but I think that he was so used to it that I don't know that it necessarily altered. If anything, it altered the concepts. I think that I don't think he needed drugs to be able to do what he did, and maybe if he was sober, it would be a completely different thing. But I think it would still be brilliant, genius. I think that. He definitely knew that, and he was listening. I think he was even agreeing to go to rehab. But like we were talking about earlier, like it's you have to really step on it immediately. It's not something that you can tinker with and hope that it resonates and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to keep hammering away. And they all tried. Bibby tried, G Money tried, Max Lord tried. They all spoke to Juice at some point. Allie as well would be mad at him, sometimes for him doing too much or something like that, because he would, he'd be rough. I remember we were sitting at Max Martin's house. If you're familiar with Max Martin, written so many huge records, and I was so excited to be there, and he couldn't stay awake. He's like falling out and watching anime, and we're at Max Martin's house, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to get a huge record in. And I remember being on video shoots, music videos for Fast and some of the other videos, and him standing and was, falling asleep, just, but he did know that he needed to change, and I think that he was just too deep into it, so addicted that, the withdrawals would have been insane. But I feel like a little bit more time would have changed everything, or a little bit more urgency to, a little more putting his foot down. But you can't say that his friends wasn't trying to speak up for the most part. I mean, he had people in his corner trying to talk him the other way. Those same people may have also been, still have blood on their hands, like I was talking about. I'm no saint. I was right there, bro. His blood's on mine. I was writing songs with him about drugs. I was there doing the drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I did some good, I did some bad. I tried to say some things from time to time. I also didn't want to come off lame and weak. But like we said, it's the what really sucks is not having him here anymore. You know what I mean? So I think him talking about rehab, I was in my bed and my phone was ringing off the hook. But I had heard this rumor several times that Juice was dead, right? So I'm thinking maybe it's a rumor, but I'm seeing it. And now it's on Google and TMZ's reporting it immediately. So I'm like, shit, maybe this is real. And
did you try calling him?
I tried to call his phone, and of course, no answer. And I'm texting, and then I was like, let me call G Money, who was, his closest to him at the time. And I called him. I wrote a song afterwards called "It's All Bad," and the title I repeated 2 or 3 times because when I called G Money, that's how he responded. I was like, he didn't know what else to say. He just kept repeating himself, and this is like moments, and TMZ jumped on it so quick, and I'm panicking, in the bed, and I called G Money, and I was like, bro, is this a rumor? What's going on? Tell me, what is this? And he just kept saying it. It's all bad, bro. It's all bad. It's all bad, over and over. That's all he could say. And I can feel it right now. Yeah. I just, didn't know how to feel. Didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Just another friend of mine. It was like every time, except for the friend that was had been pronounced dead, a month prior. I'd be picking up the phone trying to call, to hoping that they're on the other end of it. You know what I mean? It was just another one of those instances where, they're no longer with us, and it's too late, to try to fix it.
Yeah. Dang. Man, that's really sad. I think I assume as a Christian, you have maybe found some peace knowing that they're in a better spot, obviously in a better place.
Yeah.
And with the Father, I do want to ask you, just because I'm such a big Juice fan. I know Grant is too. Like, was the story of him like trying to swallow the pills because he was trying to hide from the cops? Like, is there truth to that?
I've heard several different things. I haven't really got into great detail with those that were there, just because I feel like it's maybe the least of my concerns. I guess.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I've heard. In the song that I did, I blamed the pilot because when everybody was pissed at the pilot for snitching. So they were there to pick them up when they got there. A lot of people did get in trouble for things that they had when they touched down. But I don't know the exact story. I think. I heard that Allie was pissed, that he had done so many. I imagine he thought he could probably handle it because he had done, that many before, but all at once and already on some and just pushing those limits. Like I said, he had already had the seizures and stuff prior, but it catches up with you eventually. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact story. I know that there was people there to pick him up because the pilot had notified him because he was afraid of getting in trouble because for being there and didn't know, and they had a lot of stuff on him, pounds and pounds of different things. And when you got money like that and you're young like that and you're in the thick of it, you tend to buy the bag. You buy the whole lot. And there was many times where tens of thousands of dollars was going down the drain in one sitting to have enough to cover you know, and it was private flights and stuff like that. I mean, you know, so you feel like you can get away with it, you know, and not every pilot is gonna be good, you know. And a part of you can't blame somebody not wanting to get in trouble for it that didn't have no part in it, but you know, and it's like being in the car with somebody and saying that's not mine, or, you know, I didn't know it was in here, kind of thing. You still probably get in trouble for it, and it was a great deal of stuff. At the same time, I wish it were different, you know what I mean? So, but I can't say whether or not that's the reason he did it, or if he just already taken an insane amount. But it is a little. It does seem like that could probably be the case. I never really asked those type questions with the team. So
yeah, understood.